Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at ARK Ultimate Survivor Edition on the Nintendo Switch, with an opening focus on Dinosaur Discovery, a kid-friendly spin-off that's been bundled in. This one then is sponsored, it's very much an intro to what you can expect from these games, so a massive thanks to Wildcard and the other teams for working alongside me. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get started. If you are thinking about grabbing this one, then consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credit. You'll get 10% off at checkout using code CORNER, and it's instant delivery via email. If you do want to check this out then as well, do find my link in the pinned comment and the video description down below. That really helps out both the team and the channel. ARK Dinosaur Discovery then, as I mentioned, this one is for sure targeted at the younger household members. If you want to jump straight to the breakdown of the core experience, the brutal survival we all know, check out the chapters of the video down below. The idea though with Dinosaur Discovery though, think here a section of the ARK landscape, but now it's low pressure with no hunting, fighting, or survival mechanics at all. Instead, what we have here, it's a third-person exploration that asks you to hunt out dinosaurs, but instead of, attacking them, here we're going to be learning all about them. Our guide on this journey, that will be AI companion HLNA, a flying droid of sorts, and she's definitely got you set up here as one of the next young adventurers facing, some tests. This has really been developed for any age, even on booting up it's supporting a single Joy-Con play, so you're actually going to rotate and move all on the left stick alone. Now that control scheme kind of takes some getting used to in my opinion. If you want a more traditional controller setup, jump into the options, you'll actually find that there. The gameplay here then, it's really going to be movement and jumping. There is no fall damage, which is particularly fun at some of these locations, as I've seen many of them in the main experience, and they typically lead to my swift ending. But yeah, curious kids or young at heart adults, this could be the game for you. When you do discover a new dinosaur though, expect to be rewarded with a short book giving you a breakdown of that particular dino's, guess lifetime. So think here a short history, maybe a playful spin on their appearance, maybe their eating habits, and then also the bit I actually really liked, a world map. It shows you where they were discovered and where they would have been living. That even has a 35-year-old like me entertains. This is a sort of thing though that young me as well, think pre-10 or so, self would have absolutely loved, and it's fully voice acted by Maddie Madden, the voice behind HLNA. That's not all of them though with these dinos. We can not only learn about them, but occasionally they will ask you to complete a task on their behalf, or at least these dinosaurs, they don't talk obviously, but HLNA advises they need help and you get to assist. It's kind of a fetch quest formula, from finding missing eggs to reconnecting families to collecting up trash. Complete this task though, and now every time we see this species, you can actually ride them and leverage them to travel quicker, or at least in a more entertaining way. And yeah, that's still a lot of fun as they kind of cruise through the landscape and really demonstrate their size. It's a nice selection as well, with the ability to ride everything from a T-Rex, one I'm still trying to find, to those of a flying variety, through the sky or gliding over the ocean. You can swim in this one as well if you do want to go for a little bit of, let's say, aquatic exploration. All in as well, unlocking books and discovering the dinosaurs. It's going to take a little time. There's 64 dinosaurs in total, and there's a handy little bookshelf that can be accessed at any time should you want to revisit any of those short stories. That's kind of a personal favourite touch here, having that option to go back. Also though, something else I really like, as simple as it is, you can make these dinos raw when you're alongside them or when you are riding them. Really actually adds nothing, but I just really like the novelty. So you found all 64 dinosaurs then. Well, now it's packing some 1,000 collectibles. These are orbs scattered around the location. It's not the full map from the game. You'll basically come across a wall that sections it off, but it is a lot larger than it may seem initially, especially when you get into the ocean and you start to see it has much of the lower half of that map intact. As someone again that played the core game as well, I couldn't help but go visit a few locations that I know would mean immediate death in the full game. It's all topped off then with a base building experience which needs to be unlocked with progression. You'll basically find some 30 pieces on this adventure and you'll get to be creative with them, which is a nice use of the mechanics. And yeah, overall for gameplay, if you fancy exposing the younger family members to this dinosaur infused world, then this may be a good option. As I say, it's definitely though targeting that much younger age group. The graphics and audio as well, then they've also done a very nice turn on this, which is naturally in keeping with the age group they're going for. The visuals, they've been kind of overhauled here with what is almost a cel shaded style, and you get the choice of multiple characters that open the game, everything from knights to kind of more, I guess, traditional adventurers, to even someone that runs around in their own dinosaur suit. The sound effects then as well, many remain intact, with the dinosaurs of course having their roars, and the world packing enough to make it very much feel like you're in this alive location. On visuals as well, I do want to touch on performance. For the most part, when we're out in the open, it runs just fine, but I will say there is noticeable slowdown in some of the more populated areas. You'll see these minor drops. Again though, this is definitely targeted at a very young age group, so I do not think it's really going to be a matter of concern. It tends to be when you're in the thick of the jungle or maybe those larger locations. Another option as well, if you're thinking, well, I want to play the core game, I want a younger house member to play something that's a little bit easier going, you could always set up the core game with modifiers so dinosaurs, they deliver no damage. But straight away, it's definitely probably still going to need a couple of years of gaming experience, simply down to the complex control schemes the main game, features. There's a couple of ways then to get ARK Dinosaur Discovery. The first one, it's included with a recently released Ultimate Survivor Edition, and that is again completely free. So if you did pick it up, just go ahead and visit the eShop. Alternatively, if the base game is not your thing, you can pick this up standalone, $9.99, that is USD, and you can play the game that way. Do you have any young dinosaur fans in the house though that will be diving into this world? Have they already checked it out? Are you even simply a child at heart like myself who's up for some, low stakes exploration? It's just again definitely refreshing being in this world without that constant sense of dread surrounding me. Plus my character, they move incredibly fast and there's no fall or damage. Kind of gives me these, I guess, superhero feels. I do quickly then want to touch on the base game as well. ARK, it had a rocky launch to say the least, but now years later they are back with a complete rebuild. It's a massive visual and gameplay upgrade. While the footage you are seeing today here, that is the trailer for the Switch build, I actually checked it out day one and it's pretty immediate the difference that's been made from the frame rate to, the reactions in the world around you, meaning the dinosaurs, their behavior, it feels a lot more natural. Often prior to this, I did find the dinos could get a little bit weird at times. This game then has a number of ways for you to play as well. I actually own the original build of the game, so I immediately got access to the core experience with a patch. If you want the full experience, and like me, you own just that original core game, there's a few options for you all. Purchase the season pass, there's 2, or even you can go for the combination in what is the Ultimate Survivor pack upgrade. Alternatively, if you are completely new to this, you can pick up the Ultimate Survivor Edition outright, and save data, it will carry over to this new build for anyone that may have some progress. Content for the Ultimate Edition then, that's going to be the base game alongside 5 expansions. Scorched Earth is now available, the other 4, they'll slowly be released every couple of months, but that should be an easy wait given the fact there's just thousands upon thousands of hours of content in here. Talk about a turnaround as well, honestly, for this game. I've put in a good few hours to this new build, and while I die nearly instantly every single time because I do really honestly just wander in the complete wrong direction it seems, but I've started to gather resources, I've fought a few dinos, I've built up a small but what I would consider reasonable base location. It's got a single room and a roof and everything. I'm definitely going up in the world. Improvements though, they include upped resolution, both docked and handheld. The load times are way quicker. It used to take forever this game. Now it's done in around 15 to 20 seconds. It's a more stable build, there's improved texture work, and finally they are updating the game. And yeah, it's been a long time coming this as a Switch owner, but this will actually be brought in line now with the PC build. You can also expect then quality of life improvements here as well, from better navigation in menus to adjustments and controls to a nicer usable AI and even selection wheels. They've also expanded on the story as well with all new cinematics. Will you be checking out ARK though? Did you own it already, that core experience? Let us know your thoughts on this new build, if so, in the comments down below. Considering picking this up then, or again, Dinosaur Discovery, then if so, use my link in the pinned comment. It really helps me out, so that is seriously appreciated. With that then, like, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.